is the topic on individual difference. So as you all know that every child in class is different. Like for example, we 20 of us have got connected via online. We all have individual differences. Every, like for example, if there are 50 children in the class, all 50 of them are different. Even the twins have the individual differences. That the research says that even the twins, even the identical twins, they do have the individual difference as well. So now let's try to understand the concept of individual difference. Variability in abilities and characteristics among students at a particular age. So there is a variability in their abilities and characteristics. Students with special need, students different from their peers to acquire specially adapted material or practice. So there is a difference, as all told, that not everyone is like, even the twins are having the differences. Now under this individual differences, there are two terms which are very important. Again, they have categorized into two different. One is inter and intra individual differences. Now let's look at, I think in the last topic that we have covered, when we are trying to cover the conflict we have covered, there is a intra individual conflict, and then there's a inter individual conflict, and it's very much connected with that. So now why do we have conflicts? Why do we have conflicts? We have conflicts because there are differences. There are difference of opinion, there are difference of thought process, they're different of the way of thinking. So because of the differences, there comes a conflict. Now what is the intra individual variability? What is the intra individual difference? Is what is within a person. If I am being disturbed within, due to the conflicts within me, due to the conflicts within my thoughts, that is called as a intra individual difference, where I am, it's happening with, it's functioning within me. And then there's an inter individual difference or inter variability is between people, between groups. The we can say the differences that we experience. Sometimes we see the two of the groups are experiencing conflict. It's only because of the difference they have in opinion, difference have in their belief system, difference they have in their rituals, different in their practice. So that's what the individual difference comes in. Now the causes of individual, there are causes. Now let's understand the causes of individual differences. Now there are two major individual different causes. One is a nature and nurture, which we have already discussed in our learning as well, that there is an innate disposition and there is an environment. So from where do these differences come from? Differences come from the nature, the biological process, the genetic process, the hereditary process, and it also comes from the nature, the kind of environment a child is given, the kind of environment the child is being brought up, that's called. So these are two major. Under this we could categorize multiple aspects, but these are two major categories, nature and nurture, which are the major two causes. Now let's look at some of the educational implications of these individual differences. This theory is helpful in developing different type of aptitudes of children, and good habits can be developed in learning on the basis of condition response theory, like conditioning and reconditioning, what I spoke in the operant conditioning. And the theory of the spirit of discipline can be inculcated in children with the help of this theory. Now for example, the habit can be changed. The certain habits the children are having which we feel the unhealthy can be reframed or restructured with the help of operant conditioning, with the reinforcement and punishment theory. The teacher can use this theory to conduct teaching work, keeping the individual difference of children in mind. And then the next one, the teachers can also use this theory of eradicating children's fear. So now many of the children have developed a lot of fear. And let me tell you, the fear is a learned behavior. Only two fear, according to psychology, there are only two fears that we are born with. One is a fear of noise, and the second one is a fear of falling. These are two fear that we are born with. The rest of the fears of of darkness, fear of insects, fear of closed places, all the phobias and fears are developed with our environment, or we can say with the kind of experience we went through. So according to the last one, according to trial and error theory, or so where the children learn by making mistake, by doing it again and again and reviving it. So these are the some of the implications. So with this, we are done with the topic on learning. So